The Sunset House pub buzzed with laughter and holiday talk in April 2016. Behind the counter, serving drinks to the crowd, stood bar manager Michael Barr. At 9:31 p.m, a grey Audi pulled up. Two men stormed inside dressed in black, Freddy Krueger masks hiding their faces. One blocked the exit, the other opened fire. In seconds, Barr was dead.
You are watching OCG TV.
Due to the nature of the ambush, detectives were left in no doubt that they were dealing with another murder in the ongoing Kinahan and Hutch feud. The attempt on Daniel Kinahan's life at the Regency Hotel had occurred only 5 weeks previous. Despite missing their main target, the gunmen still managed to kill David Byrne, a key associate within the Kinahan OCG. The criminal milieu was bracing itself for the inevitable retaliation. In the days that followed the shooting, rumours spread that Michael Barr was targeted for suggesting a candidate as one of the shooters. This was Michael Barr's fellow Strabane native, Michael Flatcap Murray. Murray had allegedly been offered a container of illegal cigarettes in exchange for his services. With a resale value of over €200,000 and little scrutiny from law enforcement, he agreed. Whether Michael Barr brought Kevin Murray into the Regency plot deliberately or by accident, the rumours alone were enough to seal his fate. Some years later, relatives of Barr told Irish media that an intermediary from the Kinahan cartel had approached the family, offering both money and an apology, claiming Michael Barr's murder had been a mistake. But it was too late. The seventh victim of the bloody Kinahan-Hutch feud had been claimed. The murder was cold and calculated, planned with precision and executed in seconds, leaving Michael Barr no chance of survival. But the killer's flaw lay in what came after, the disposal of the getaway car. They had banked on the vehicle's destruction to cover their tracks. As efforts to save Barr continued, a 999 call reported a light blue Audi on fire on Walsh Road. Officers arrived to find the A6 smouldering and quickly doused the flames. Nearby lay a Nokia 106 phone. It rang twice before being bagged as evidence, then a third time from a different number. The Audi was taken to Santry Garda station for forensic examination, yielding crucial evidence. The kill kit included 2 boiler suits, 3 rubber Krueger-style masks, petrol cans, and, most significantly, 2 9mm Makarov pistols. CCTV from the North Circular Road confirmed the Audi had been at the pub and later speeding along Ballyball Road, leaving police certain it was the gang's getaway car. Detectives, convinced the items from the burned-out Audi belonged to the hit team, soon heard rumours naming Eamon Cumberton and Christopher Slator as Barr's killers. Their suspicions grew stronger when they discovered the pair had booked flights from Dublin to Dubai, then on to Bangkok, just 24 hours after the shooting. Slator had already left the country, while Cumberton, whose passport had expired, obtained emergency documentation and departed the next day. Investigators also learned that their flights were booked at the last minute by a third party, and that both men had hurriedly travelled without any luggage. As the two remained in hiding, it was uncovered that Jonathan Keogh, a close associate of Cumberton, had also been in the pub that evening. Keogh was suspected of acting as a spotter. However, the pub's lack of CCTV prevented confirmation. During the investigation, Gardaí traced the mobile phone found in the Audi car to the Phone Zone shop in Dublin's Ilac shopping centre. CCTV from the shop captured the buyer, and the image was circulated in a bulletin. He was soon identified as Martin Aylmer, a low-level criminal from Marino in Dublin, linking a third man to the murder. CCTV footage soon became central to the investigation, mapping the Audi's movements in the lead-up to the murder. One clip captured the car parked on Dorset Lane near a lock-up garage. The lockup was subsequently raided, uncovering 3 .38 Smith & Wesson revolvers, phone chargers and clothing, clear evidence it had been prepared for the hit. The breakthrough came with DNA. Samples from a mask and baseball cap matched Eamon Cumberton, while DNA from another mask and runners linked Christopher Slator. A third sample, from one of the Freddy Krueger-style masks, didn't match any Irish database. When sent to Interpol, it was traced to Liverpool-born criminal David Hunter. With that, all 3 members of the hit team had been identified: Eamon Cumberton, Christopher Slator, and David Hunter. Cumberton spent a month in Thailand before returning to Ireland, unaware his DNA had already been linked to the getaway car. Within hours of his arrival, police learned he was back, wanted on a bench warrant for assault. He was arrested 2 days later in the North Inner City. While in custody, he casually asked for a cigarette, providing another DNA sample that matched the mask from the Audi. Following consultation with the DPP, he was charged with the murder of Michael Barr. The first member of the hit team was now off the streets. Just 19 days later, it was the turn of Aylmer to be arrested. He was taken in for questioning on suspicion of providing logistical support for the Hitmen. In the early days of the feud, investigators suspected Aylmer was earning up to €1,000 a week for his role in the Kinahan cartel. His job was to provide phones, trackers, and a lock-up garage used by 2 Kinahan hit teams operating in the North Inner City. He was handed a sentence of just under 4 years. That sentence wasn't enough to set Aylmer straight, and it wouldn't be the last time he faced the Special Criminal Court over the cartel's violent campaign. Following Cumberton's and Aylmer's convictions, the investigation to apprehend Slator and Hunter continued. It would take until April of 2019 before David Hunter was arrested on a European arrest warrant in the UK. He had claimed he came to Ireland from Liverpool on the ferry 2 days before the murder to see a concert, but it had already taken place. Hunter didn't fight extradition. On the flight home, he discarded earplugs and an apple, later bagged as evidence, along with a cigarette he smoked at the station. DNA from these items proved vital at trial, linking him to 2 masks, a ski mask and a latex mask found in the burned-out Audi after the murder. David Hunter was vulnerable, a small-time drug-addicted English criminal who was not previously known to police. He had all sorts of issues which rendered him easily manipulated, and like so many of the others before him who worked for the Kinahan gang and who are now serving lengthy prison sentences for feud-related crimes, David Hunter was also dispensable. He would receive the mandatory life sentence. For the investigating team, it was 3 down, 1 to go. They didn't have to wait long for their next arrest. On the morning of the 21st of December 2020, an anonymous 999 call informed police that Christopher Slator was back in Dublin. Within minutes, units from Cabra Garda station were dispatched to a house in the area, where they found Slator enjoying a cup of tea. This was the first sighting of him since Barr's murder. Christopher Slator's arrest closed the circle, with all 4 members of the hit team behind bars. Justice for Michael Barr was finally delivered. But in Dublin's underworld, victories were fleeting. Michael Barr's murder marked the 7th killing in the Kinahan-Hutch feud, and the bloodshed was far from over. Dozens more would follow, each deepening the cycle of revenge. Barr's death was not the end. It was another step into one of Ireland's darkest chapters of Gangland war.